If she had only been ugly.
You know, I've been doing stand-up comedy for 45 years. That you have to go on a network and explain to a 24-year-old kid, he'll say, oh, that's not funny. You'll say,
Yeah.
do you think I don't know what funny is? Do you think that I would go on TV and do something that's not funny? It's my career at hand. So when I used to do the Tonight Show, sometimes they try to screen your material. There was a guy named Jim McCauley who had been there.
I knew Jim.
Jimmy, I had done 25 Tonight Shows or 30 before he showed up.
He didn't make your show material.
Well, once in a while, he'd say to me, now tell me that again. I don't know if that worked. I'd say, Jimmy, do you think that I would come on this show and do a line that wasn't funny, that I haven't tested or tried?
I don't know how you wrote that much material. That's incredible.
It was like everything became material. I became obsessed with it. You know, every time I'd walk through that curtain when the show was over, my mind was on the next Tonight Show. Yeah. You know, and especially to write material.
That's pretty cool, though. Sinatra asked you to open for him, and he had to be one of Carson's favorite comedians. Yeah. That's a pretty cool legacy.
Well, yeah.
Not that you're dead.
Yeah, I know. But recently I had some kind of a run-in that's not even worth talking about. But
we want dirt on this show.
No, but
name names.
A comedian said some terrible things about me, and
really,
and yeah, but basically it was he said, you know, he has never amounted to anything, and he's never made anything of his career. He's a comic who is like, I'm sad because I had never accomplished in show business what others have done. What he meant was, I never had a sitcom. But what he doesn't know is, I had opportunities for sitcoms.
You don't have to fucking make excuses to him anyway.
Well, I know I didn't. I know, but it's not even worth talking about. You know? Of course. But
wait a minute, I gotta fucking know who this is.
No, I don't want to get into that.
I'll fucking throw him down the steps.
That's kind of you. But I really, because it's see that what most entertainers are led by are their egos. And there's two forces in our body, our ego or our spirit. I love stand-up comedy because my spirit loves it. I don't need a lot of money. I always thought a rich man is not.
You got a lot of money.
I'm very well. I mean, I've been taken care of, but you know, a rich person is not someone who has the most. It's someone who needs the least. I don't need a lot to be happy. You know, I don't need. I don't need that.
Would have made you happier to make that putt.
Yeah, that's right. That's the key. Making that putt. Again, it's stand-up comedy is a great journey. It's a wonderful joy. This profession we're in the greatest profession on the planet. That we go out and we make a living making people laugh, and it makes us feel good. And they pay us to do this. So that's my point to young comedians. Enjoy this journey. It's a lot of fun. But to sit there and worry about, he's got a sitcom and I don't, he got a show, I go, your ego is going to drive you to a terrible place one day where you're going to, you know, I've known 5 stand-up comedians who committed suicide. You did too. We know these guys. They were wonderful comedians because they didn't enjoy the journey.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
The funniest guy, one of the funniest, most prolific writers I ever met in my life was Richard Jennings.
I knew you were going to say that.
I never met anybody who could write as funny.
So miserable and brilliant.
And the poor guy committed suicide. He was a wonderful guy, a wonderful comedian. I mean, just today I was going through my cell phone and I came across his number. And I won't erase his number.
I can't erase Robin's number.
Yeah, I have those numbers in my phone, and I just think that I always say at one of their funerals, somebody who does something like that, say, "I'm going to keep your name in my cell phone, hoping that I'll hear from you again one day." You know, so as long as you're in my cell phone, maybe you're not dead. But going back to my point is that the people who make America, the world, the happiest, sometimes are the most unhappy, and so I reach out to all my I do a motivation speech for comedians called "The Joy of Stand-Up Comedy" and how to get there.
Now I'm pissed off. I want to know who that fucking guy is.
Pardon me?
You tell me off stage?
Yeah.
I get obsessed with shit like that.
Yeah. But anyhow, again, I've never been jealous of another comedian in my life, ever. I've never been jealous of another comedian's career, and this I'll explain to you why. Because, you know, there's a great Hindu proverb that says, there's nothing noble about being superior to another man. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. Am I a better friend than I was last year? Am I a better neighbor? Am I a better father than I was last year? Am I a better comedian than I was last year? My only competition my whole career has been my former self. I always listen to my tapes. Have I grown in the last year? But I've never said, gee, I want to be funnier than Dom. First of all, there is no funniest or funnier. No. You know
it's not like the 100-yard dash where you go, you can't say in the 100-yard dash, I think the third guy's the fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't win. I don't care. I still think he's, it's like whoever makes you laugh makes you laugh. There is no, people say to me about that, the best comedian. There's no best comedian.
None. People say, are you funny? I say, is the lady in the second row with the red dress laughing? They'll go, no. I say, well, then I'm not funny. But the guy next to her in the green shirt, he's laughing. I say, well, then I'm funny. Yeah, but the guy next to him, I say, well, then I'm not funny. It's subjective.
I am. I'm not.
Yeah, it's subjective,